said, I'm like, what?
LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, whatever you want to be. You know what I'm saying?
You crazy as fuck.
You inspired me to do a lot of shit, so I'm about to get my phone. And then after that, you get to chill for a little bit. But you're gonna have to help me at the same time. So if you want to be a rapper,
y'all niggas cute.
Been did all that shit y'all niggas talking, I done lived it. That little bitch you dreaming about already slayed done killed it. Been did all that shit y'all niggas talking, I done lived it. That little bitch you dreaming about already slayed done killed it. Jumped off the porch at the age of 16. First whip I got popped, told me not to speed. KODs when I was a teen. Didn't go to school, used to chase green. Hey, I say pick up up practice, used to skip that the class.
I just want to come introduce myself to, the YouTube community. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about me and what made me who I am today in my personal little journey. That hopefully is going to be a big story. This story is basically going to be like about health and relationships and basically just reflection. And hopefully you find some kind of message out of my story. I have many other stories to tell you on this platform or via, other forms of communication, which I plan on venturing into. Everybody has demons that you're able to conquer, and, I conquered mine, and I became vulnerable enough to share my story and a little piece of my story, to give you a glimpse of, my crazy whirlwind ups and downs and roller coaster turmoil of a life, So, I appreciate y'all for checking in. If you already like what I'm talking about, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, jumbling, but even just talking about this kind of, subject get me kind of emotional just because I'm so passionate about what I'm talking about, and my perspective and the things that I went to that I know a lot of people in my circumstances went through, because everybody goes through ups and downs. They have bad days. They wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Things go wrong, but the thing about, especially people who are spiritual or religious, you always hear about the devil, but you never understand what God is, or you never see him or interact with him. But it's just like the birds chirping around you when you're speaking about a positive subject or a negative aspect that comes out. It's a certain kind of energy that presents itself when you're speaking or expelling that kind of energy. It comes back to you. You reap what you sow. That's what they say, right? So basically, and that's all subliminal, because you may not even understand what you're saying or the words you're saying at that moment. And you do things that you may not understand, like you get up and go, oh, what did I get up for? It's probably God stopping you from doing what you were doing, or trying to redirect you onto a new thought, and that's the grace of God. That's what he talks about, And I'm not trying to get all preachy about God, but it's a foundation that I had in my life, especially growing up in the church, acting, been exposed to hip-hop music through Kanye West with, the classic single Jesus Walks, And kind of, God turned me to the man I am today. He broke me down to build me back up, because growing up, I was always smart, intelligent, charismatic, I was always looked at in a certain light with my peers, and, respected by my, peers, and looked up to as mentors by my younger ones, and, so, like, at the time, I was just living crazy, I didn't really have no guidance, and especially in high school, I was just living wild, It's like, even in high school, you really can't take you know, you can't take the leash off the dog, you know what I mean? You can't let the horse run free, you know what I mean, until it's a full grown, you know, until the dog's trained or the horse is, you know what I mean, full bred or full age, you know what I mean? So me running around just chasing girls, doing, you know, God knows, you know what I mean? So plenty of stories about that, but he slowed me down, let's say that. You know, I was living so crazy, you know what I mean? I was living so blessed off the blessings he was graciously giving me, you know what I mean? Things that I wasn't even praying for, just accepting into my life. And as, thanks for granted, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I worked hard for this. Like, instead of, you know, God blessed me with these gifts and I worked at it, you know what I mean? Or, it's just, that's a whole nother story. But, you know, he slowed me down, like I said, but slowed me down in a crazy way, you know. Right before my senior year, you know what I mean? Like, messed up college plans, messed up, you know, everything with football, you know what I mean? Cause I was going to go to school. Shout out Grand Fam, you know. I ain't graduate, shit, you know, I was missing home, you know what I mean? I was on some other shit, you know what I mean? But I do love the experience I had at Grand Fam. That's another one, but that fucked everything up, you know what I mean? Cause just like me getting jammed up with the law, going, you know, getting locked up, you know what I mean, on a felony, and then getting exonerated, you know what I mean? That's how God puts me in the dark hole and brings me right back out to the light. And, you know, it was a shocking thing, you know what I mean? Especially, you know, sleeping on a down, you know, it wasn't pleasant, you know what I mean? Let's just, you know what I mean? It wasn't anything pleasant, you know what I mean? It's not no down, it's what it is. You know, it's juvenile, but it's still something that you shouldn't want to go to if you don't have your TV at night or your soft pillow and you can't get up in the middle of the night and go get a juice out the fridge, you know what I mean? So when I got out, you know what I mean, I didn't want to go back, you know what I mean? So I took it as, oh, my family's blessed. I'm blessed. I didn't even really look back at why I put myself in that predicament. You know what I mean? I said, thank you, God, for getting me out of it. But I didn't learn a lesson. I didn't learn the mistakes and the path that I was going down that made me crash. You know what I mean? I was speeding off, you feel me? And then when I got out, you know what I mean, it was like major news, especially in my little small town, you know. Everybody had an opinion, you know what I mean? So it's really not no real secret, you know what I mean? People who know me, and, you know, everybody has suspicions about this and that, you know what I mean? But, you know, we keep moving with life, you know what I mean? But, I didn't reflect. Let's say, you know, I didn't reflect with the people I surrounded myself with. I surrounded myself with people who were chasing what they thought were cool instead of being themselves, which was enough. You know what I mean? Like, instead of faking for a facade or, oh, that's what they want, you know what I mean? Instead of bringing out the personal aspect of yourself and giving them what they want, you want to put on a facade and give them what they want, which is not long lasting, in my opinion. But got out, and you know, I was down and out, you know what I mean, and I shot for broke, you know what I mean? I needed I went, you know, every black man or every man, when you're down and out and you like down, your ego, like, you're gonna leave it at your ego. If your ego bruised, you gonna do what you do. So, you know, there's a chick, I always look how, you know what I mean, she's a little, you know, little honeydew, you know what I mean, and I had a little crush on her ever since junior year in high school, and when senior year came around, like I said, that shit happened in the beginning of the year. I was gonna, like, you know, lock it up then, but then that shit happened, like, nigga came in the class, hey, we need your ass. Hey, then I'm on, you know what I mean, some bullshit, you feel me? So, even at the beginning of that relationship, you know, I still felt like I was that nigga. Like, I was still that nigga. Like, even if I had some bad news, like, bad publicity ain't really bad publicity, but at that point, I didn't really have a reputation. So it really was bad publicity, but I still got publicity, you feel me? So it's not even about the clout, you know what I mean? But at the same time, that's what I know. Like, they may be chasing the clout, so I shouldn't attach myself if I'm just letting, like, the blind lead the blind, you feel me? So I was like looking at Shawty, she was looking at me, I was looking at Shawty, she was looking at me, and I rolled up to her and, you know, spit my game. We were talking, and, you know, honestly, like, I wasn't even really checking this shit like that. I'm gonna be real with you, 100. You know what I mean? I was still doing my little thing. You know what I mean? Once I like spit my shit, I was like, oh, you know what I mean? Especially high school, bro. They really don't. You know what I mean? I like fun times. You know what I mean? But that's child times, bro. That's the childish in me. You know what I mean? But that's the DG in me. But you know what I mean? He can't take the leash off the dog. You feel me? You know what I mean? But you know, yeah. But, you know, so, you know, she was feeling me. She was calling a nigga, you know what I mean? Back then we had Uvu, you know. I don't know if the young bloods know about that shit. That was Uvu, what they had now, like Zoom, FaceTime group. But that bitch, we were trapping off the damn computer, the damn Uvu. So then I asked her to be my girl. And then, the next day, she wanted me to ask her again. And, like, she was like, oh, I wanted to be more special. And I didn't want to tell y'all this, but, like, bro, I think I got down on the knee, like, I was, like, proposing, like, for marriage or some shit. Like, what the fuck was I on? Like, what the fuck? Like, bro, like, down bad, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? But it's whatever, you know what I mean? But it's crazy, you know. But even at the end of that relationship, you can't keep giving a piece away your respect, regardless of if you're taking it or just giving it. You can't just, you earned that. That's your respect. Like, you earned that from a baby. You learned, like, oh, I have a respect for words. I have a respect for numbers. I have respect. I earned that respect because I put practice into this. I went to school every day, so don't disrespect me. You know what I mean? So it'd be like that same kind of pride. You feel me? So, and honestly, it'd be natural, you know, for the man to, oh, baby, you know, I stick around, or I'll submit, or I'll do this, or whatever you want, just because we in this kind of climate, this little PC atmosphere. You know what I mean? But, you know, she used to go to the club, like, shit, every weekend, boy. Man, R.I.P. JR, you know what I mean? That bit, single for the night. And that bit called, hell yeah, single for the night. But, you know, it never really bothered me, but, you know, it wasn't, like, really positively affecting me. Like, I wasn't growing. The relationship wasn't growing. We weren't really a team in the aspect of a real relationship that I wanted. So I already knew that it was coming to a close, because I know that you can't control somebody. You know what I mean? You never should do that. You feel me? Like, she breathe the same air I breathe, you feel me? And, you know, so we're not gonna be in the same casket, neither is, everybody gonna die. That's something that we all have to come to terms with, you know what I mean? But it still broke me down, because, like, I was working so hard, giving my back to break, working 2 jobs, driving some busted ass Lincoln. You know what I mean? I still love the Lincoln. That bit ride smooth, but that was a 93, white walls, you know, white, but that bit clean though. But, you know, I wanted better, you know what I mean? So I'm just happy I'm blessed that I'm here right now, you know what I mean? So one day I was just riding to work. I don't know what that bill was. I think that bill was probably like 2013, late 2013, 2014, and I was just driving to work, and I heading into the damn slave ship. Everybody call it the slave ship. That's when I used to think it was a slave ship. I think capitalism is fine, but that's a different story. But, you know, I look over to this man, Mercedes. I'm like, damn. It was just like, my brain, it was like that. You feel me? And, you know, the whole whirlwind of drama, different stages in my long 26. Today's the 17th of February. So about to be 27 in March. So long 27 years. And here I am, you know what I mean? I'm trying to do the right thing. I just want to give back. I'm not even really focused on what I can take or what I can really swindle from somebody, you know what I mean? Like, I respect everybody hustle, you know what I mean? If you putting food on your table and you feeding your child and your girl looking flossy and you got gas in your tank, you know what I mean? So by means, you know what I mean, do your thing. But, you know, my people got scammed, my mom got scammed, and it's really not a good feeling, you know what I mean? But that kind of shit, like that crime activity in my past days, me doing it, you know what I mean, family doing it, you know what I mean, my mom experiencing having collapse and stuff, crazy, you know what I mean? Just reflecting on your past, it'd be like, just reflecting on your past make you want to live in your moment even more. You feel me? Like, if you think about, damn, I was here yesterday. What I can do to, like, damn, I did this yesterday. I can do one thing different. Okay, I got 5 minutes. I can do one thing different. You feel me? And that one thing may just 2 times, 3 times, 5 times the next day. So one day you do it 5 minutes. Next day you do it 30 minutes. And then you ended up, you just lost in the sauce. You feel me? You just gone on, you know what I mean? Just, for real, you just lost in the sauce, man. I'm just gonna leave it at that, man. I don't know how long I've been talking, man, but shit, nigga, man. Nigga got a little cotton mouth, but but like I said, I got working on some new shit. I appreciate y'all subscribing, checking in. Definitely gonna work on getting more quality content out to you all. If you can follow my socials, that'd be great. I'll plug in with you. If you're a content creator, creative mind, if you doing anything artistic, plug in with me. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. You know what I mean? You're gonna see. Hey, I like Biggie. I grew up on Biggie and Kanye, so Biggie said, "Sky's the limit." You feel me? And diamonds are from Sierra Leone, so you know what I mean. You got to dig for what you want to hit the diamond. You know what I mean? And the sky's the limit. So, DG out, bro. Sign out.